We're on. Here we are. Major Way Sports Network. Here we are on a Thursday. What is it? April 4th. No, May 4th. May 4th, 2023 year of our Lord. Yeah, I know what day it is. It's our day. It's Thursday, NBA Thursday. So here we are, having a good time. We're going to discuss what happened in the playoffs over the past couple of days because we did a show on Monday. And now it's been 3 days since then. So we're going to discuss what's been going on in that time period. And we have some good news. Good news, the Celtics won, finally, and the Knicks won. So we'll get right into that. And then we're going to talk about Mr. LeBron James as we go forward. And, we have a little debate going between Mr. James here, his namesake, and me about LeBron James. So it's going to be friendly, and there's going to be no cursing and swearing, believe me. So we won't call each other names in or out of it. What do you think about that?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
It's actually 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are starting on time. I am in sunny Florida, and Mr. James is in
cloudy Boston. Nice.
Cloudy Boston. We switched places once again.
45 degrees.
Wow. Well, it can only get better.
You're right about that.
That's one way of looking at it.
Glass is half full.
Yeah, the glass is half full. It can get better from here. We're going to start off with the games that actually were played Monday night, because the last time you saw us, it was Monday, and we talked about the games that were played before that. So now we're going to talk about the games that were played Monday night until tonight, which has really only been 3 days. So we have 5 games to talk about. And surprise, surprise, Philadelphia went into Boston on Monday night and defeated the Boston Celtics 119-115 without Joel Embiid. That's right. They didn't even need Joel Embiid, who the NBA would later, the next day or 2 days later on Wednesday, name as the MVP of the league. I disagree. I think it's Giannis. But, the NBA, they don't ask me what I think. So
they didn't call you this week?
They didn't call me and say, hey, you have a vote in this. So that's what happened. So after naming Joel Embiid MVP of the league, he did not play, and his team won. What does that tell you? I hate to say I'm right, but guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the most valuable player in the NBA today. Offense, defense, rebounds. I mean, if you have a first pick, and even though I'm a Jason Tatum, favorite player in the league right now, yes, he is. If you give me the first pick and I had to pick between Jason and Antetokounmpo, guess who's getting picked? I'm not stupid. I may like Jason Tatum a whole lot, but Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's not. Giannis can deliver. So let's get to the game. No, Joel did not play, but P.J. Tucker did. Yeah, Leon P.J. Tucker, you know that guy? He played. He played 37 minutes, didn't shoot the ball not once. Not once. Didn't attempt a free throw. And he had 0 points. And they still beat the Celtics without Joel Embiid. Okay? Then you had Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris played 42 minutes, 8 for 16. He made half his shots. Pretty darn good. 18 points. Paul Reed. Why is Paul Reed starting? Paul Reed is starting because Joel Embiid isn't out there playing. So Paul Reed started. Played 37 minutes, was 3 for 4. Only shot the ball 4 times. And had 10 points. Tyrese Maxey played 36 minutes, was 10 for 24 for 26 points. And then you had James Harden, who's usually a no-show in the playoffs, especially when things get tough down the stretch. Somehow, the Celtics let James Harden go off on them, playing 39 minutes. He only played 39 minutes and scored 45 points. He was 17 for 30. You give me a stat line like that, and I'll show you a winner. Okay, 17 for 30, 7 for 14 from three-point line, 45 points. I don't know what else you can say. They got 17 points from DeAndre Melton, but that really didn't matter because it was one person, James Harden, that beat them from pillar to post. Those are the winners. Let's go to the losers. The losers were the Boston Celtics, with Jason Tatum playing 44 minutes, nearly half the whole game. Only, 3 minutes and some odd seconds he didn't play. 14 for 25 for 39 points. He was a -6. Shows you where I'm going with this. Al Horford played 30 minutes, was 5 for 8. He was a -17. He had 11 points. Then you had Mr. Marcus Smart, who played 35 minutes, was 4 for 7 for 12 points and a -7. Then you had Mr. Derek White, 27 minutes, 1 for 5, he went for 4 points. It was a -15. Jaylen Brown, yes, even Jaylen Brown, who played 42 minutes, 3 for 4, 8 for 10, 23 points, was a -2. Nobody in the starting lineup had a plus in the plus-minus column, which pretty much sums it up because even though Malcolm Brogdon came off the bench to give him 20 points, it didn't really matter. Actually, Malcolm Brogdon was a +14. They needed to have left him in there and taken some of these other guys out. As a matter of fact, all of the players who came off the bench were a plus. Celtics lose 119 to 115 without the so-called most valuable player in the league even stepping out on the floor.
Game 2, Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. If you bet on the Phoenix Suns like I would have, you lose by 10.
You lose.
10.
And the Suns, this is the second game.
Game 2. They're 2-0
2.
right now. Denver leads 2-0. I guess that's why Denver was number 1 in that over there in that side of town.
It looks like it.
Let's see what the losers did. Kevin Durant gave him 44 minutes, 10 of 27. He got a good 24 points.
Oh.
Then we look at Mr. Josh Okogie. 22 minutes, 1 of 3 shooting for a big 2 points. He's a weak link.
He's the weakest link.
Weak link, yeah. DeAndre Ayton gave him 33 minutes, 7 of 10 shooting. He gave him a good 14 points. Our man Chris Paul, 25 minutes, 4 of 10 shooting. He didn't attempt any 3-pointers, and he had 8 points. And the one man that scored some points was Mr. Devin Booker, 45 minutes, 14 of 29 shooting. Gave him 35 points. They got a total of 4 points from the bench. Not going to do it in the playoffs, fellas. Not going to.
No, not going to do it. Sorry, Kevin. Not going to get it done.
Yeah, Kevin, I thought y'all going to do a little better than that. Well, we'll see.
Kevin's like 36.
Kevin he's 34.
Yeah, but probably 36 in basketball age.
Well, probably 40 in basketball age.
Yeah, 45, 50.
Them knees and them bones get weak, man.
Yeah. It's not the same. Also, he's coming back from that injury he had.
How many injuries he's had?
He's had a couple of them.
Yeah, so it's wearing on him.
Yep.
Let's see what Denver did. Aaron Gordon, 39 minutes, 5 of 8 for a big 16 points.
Can you imagine that?
Man, Mr. Michael Porter Jr., 23 minutes, 2 of 7 shooting. He had a big 5 points. He's a -12, and he's the least of them all to score a point. 5 points. Come on, man. Guess they didn't need him, though. Mr. Nikola Jokic. 41 minutes, 17 of 30 shooting for a big 39 points. He would be the highest scorer. Mr. Jamal Murray, 39 minutes, 3 of 15 shooting. 0 for 9 for the 3 points. He tried.
Wow.
With a big 10 points. Mr. Contavious Caldwell Pope.
There he is.
He didn't have 40 minutes, 5 of 6 shooting. 4 for 4 from the 3-point land. And he gave him 14 points.
Now that 4 for 4 from 3-point land, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah,
you can't beat that.
You got to shoot more. But he did enough. He did enough. They won.
Jamal Murray ain't gonna have that. Jamal Murray's got to get his shots.
You got to
And
do something.
Jokic shot the ball 30 times. Or Jokic, yeah. They call it Jokic. He shot the ball 30 times.
Yeah, he got 13 points from the bench, and it was enough to win the game.
Now, good news. Good news for the city of New York or the state of New York. The New York Knicks won a game. Yes. They managed to beat the Miami Heat, even though Jimmy Butler didn't play, and probably because Jimmy Butler didn't play is the reason why they won. But who cares? Nobody in New York cares. And I got to say this. I'm from Boston. Yeah, I'm from Boston. And we have a love-hate relationship with New York. But I got to tell you something. I want New York to win, except when they're playing a Boston team. I don't even know how to explain that, because other than that, I want them to die. Every New York team, the Giants, the Yankees, and when they're playing a Boston team. But when they're not playing a Boston team, well, actually, the Giants, I don't care who they play. I want them to lose. So, New York Giants, I can't stand that team.
We got to take down that Denver sign, buddy.
Yeah, just take down that Denver thing, too. As we talk about the Miami Heat, we are right there.
There you go.
There we go, the Miami Heat. Well, Miami Heat went into Madison Square Garden, which is usually the friendly confines for any opponent, and they lost 111 to 105. And this was a tough game, 111 to 105 to the New York Knicks. It was a very tough game, and it went down to the wire. The Knicks managed to pull it out. So the Heat didn't have Jimmy Butler, and that was good news for the Knicks, because had they had Jimmy Butler, who knows how this one would have turned out. But without him, they lost by 6. And let's start off with surprise, surprise, Kevin Love. Now, Kevin Love, who was a castaway, basically, played 24 minutes, is basically still a castaway, was 2 for 9 for 8 points. But Caleb Martin, who used to be a Bobcat, Charlotte Bobcat, him and his twin brother, never did too much there. Caleb Martin was even riding the bench when it came to the Heat. They had him playing defense. Everyone thought he was just a scorer, but what is Pat Riley and Erick supposed to do? When you come there, they don't care how much of a scorer you are. You better start playing defense, and playing defense very, very good, or else you're going to ride the bench. So Caleb Martin had to change his game. But underneath, he was still an offensive person, because when Jimmy Butler's not in there, guess who had to pick up the load? It was Caleb Martin, playing 38 minutes, 8 for 15, 4 for 8 from the three-point line for 22 points. Bam Adebayo played 38 minutes, was 5 for 10 for 15 points. Gabriel Vincent tried to fill in by shooting more than everybody else on the team. It only worked a little bit. He played 41 minutes, 7 for 17, 21 points. And Matt Strus, the guy who should be shooting, is pulling the Grayson Allen. Yes, he's getting lost in the sauce. 25 minutes, 7 for 12, 17 points. Nobody off the bench scored in double figures, so we won't even go there. But what did they get? They got 22 points off the bench. That was their 105. The Knicks, on the other hand, had to scrap like crazy to win this game, and they managed to pull it out. Julius Randle played 38 minutes, 8 for 18, 25 points. Mitch Robinson, 21 minutes, 2 for 3. When are they going to give Mitch some shots? 2 for 3. They only let him shoot the ball 3 times. Surely he can do better than that. For 6 points. Jalen Brunson said, somebody's got to shoot the ball. He played 39 minutes, was 10 for 19 for 30 points. Josh Hart actually saved their butts at the end. 33 minutes, 4 for 11, 14 points. And R.J. Barrett, the surprise of the playoffs. R.J. Barrett, who is always invisible, has actually been the guy who's been steady the whole playoffs. 8 for 17 for 24 points. The bench, gave him a total of 12 points. And if you only give 12 points between 4 people, I don't think you should be mentioned. And we're not going to mention anybody who did that. But that's what it is. The Knicks managed to get a win. So, New York City, I know you in Boston, we've had a contentious relationship my whole life. But, I got to tell you, I root for you when you're not playing a New England or Boston team. So good luck.
All right. Now we have my partner's favorite team, the Lakers and the Warriors.
Two two of my worst teams that
If you pick the Warriors and 5 points, you lose.
you lose, baby.
Lakers won 117 to 112.
I'm thinking it might be it. I mean, I think they might have the code cracker for the Golden State.
Well, it's just game one, so we'll see how it goes. Everybody bounces back or don't bounce back, so we'll see how it goes. We ain't gonna say the fat lady singing yet.
Ooh.
Take a look at the Warriors. Mr. DeAndre, no nonsense Green. 34 minutes, 3 of 9 shooting for a big 6 points. He really contributed. Mr. Kevon Looney, 29 minutes, 5 of 11 shooting. He didn't take any 3-pointers. He didn't go to the foul line at all for a big 10 points.
Kevon Looney scored. Wow.
Mr. Andrew Wiggins. Gave him 34 minutes, 6 of 14 for 15 points. He got 2 for 2 from the foul line. He did go.
Andrew Wiggins is scoring. Anything can happen now.
Seth
He's a good player.
Seth Curry was pretty quiet. Gave him 38 minutes, 10 of 24 shooting, 6 of 13 from 3-point land, and he landed 27 points.
Some people would say that Steph Curry got lost in the sauce.
Yeah. And Mr. Klay Thompson, 37 minutes, 9 of 25 shooting, 6 of 16 from the 3-point land. He gave him 25 points.
They were jacking him up, man.
They were. Their high scorer was Mr. Poole, 30 minutes, 7-15 from the bench, and he gave him a good 21 points. So a good 29 points from the bench.
So
not enough.
They jacked up 53 threes.
Yeah, they had the Celtics rule of thumb. Sounds like
They jack it up.
Put it up there. Say, well, Almonte is 3-pointers. Everybody shoot.
At least 10 times.
Everybody
shoot a 3-pointer.
All right, let's look at the favorite team, Mr. LeBron. All right, Anthony Davis, 44 minutes, 11 of 19 shooting. Gave him a big 30 points. Mr. Jarrett.
Guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening without Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis carried him.
He did his thing. Jared Vanderbilt, 26 minutes, 2 of 7 shooting for a big 8 points. Mr. LeBron James, 40 minutes, 9 of 24 shooting for 22 points.
Let's get LeBron. Let's get LeBron's face in there. There we go.
Mr. D'Angelo Russell, 33 minutes, 9 of 19 shooting for a big 19 points. And then Mr. Reeves.
Came back down to earth.
Austin Reeves gave him 39 minutes, 4 of 9 shooting for a big 10 points. Schroeder, as usual, came off the bench, 31 minutes, 5 of 10 shooting for 19 points.
That's all she wrote, really.
All they needed to win.
Yeah, that's all they needed. But interesting stat line for Mr. James. Did you notice his 9 for 24?
Yep.
1 for 8 from the 3-point line. I didn't hear any of the mainstream news sports stations mention any of this. I surely didn't hear Shannon mention it or Stephen A. Smith mention that he shot 9 for 24 and 1 from 8 from the 3-point line. 2 of his favorite, butt kisses, more famous butt kisses that we know of.
Well, he already got his crown, so
So they don't. You can't mention that, huh? Under the pains and penalties of being flogged, I guess.
All right, let's talk about LeBron and some of his stats.
Yeah,
his stats are unbelievable. If LeBron retires today, it will take a couple of years before anyone can match his stats. For starters, he's the only player in history of the NBA to record over 30,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, 8,000 assists, with a total career points of 36,638 points. He sits third on the all-time total point list and is barely 2,000 points from topping the list. That's 1. 2, influence on his team.
Influence on his team.
Every NBA player has a player that his team is the backbone. James is usually the one of the most of his team. This player's skill, determination, and focus usually rub off his teammates and pushes them all to great heights.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Excel against stronger oppositions. Even former great Mark Jackson had to admit that the NBA player of this era were more athletic and more skilled at handling, shooting, and defending. Although the game has gotten less physical, it's become more complex and challenging. Despite the complexity, James has managed to dominate the game and has showed unmatched quality in all areas of the pitch. I got two more.
Okay.
One is consistency. LeBron has been in the NBA for nearly 2 decades. In those 19 years, he has missed the playoffs twice. They were the first years of his career. Even at 37, LeBron is still bossing the NBA and has made it to 6 consecutive finals.
Boss of the NBA.
One last one. Versatility. If you're a fan of the NBA, you must have heard this 1,000 times. King James can play any position on the basketball court. It's the fact that he can play 5 different positions with great success. The only modern day NBA player that can boast of this feat. Even his age, he is one of the fastest players in the NBA. He is also famed for his strength and agility, a remarkable athlete.
Uh-huh. Well, Mr. James, let me speak to you about Mr. James. Now, when he was
What
in
you got, Mr.
Cleveland,
Clay?
making all his teammates better, he got nothing. He played there for 5 years and he bailed on them because he has such a high character, this guy does, on the basketball court of being the guy who's the leader.
Where we at?
So what do
Where
you
we
do?
at? Cleveland? Where we at?
Yeah.
Cleveland?
Yeah, but you have to let me speak because I let you go through the whole soliloquy, but I didn't say a thing. I wanted to, but out of respect for you, no. Now, he was in Cleveland, supposedly making all of his teammates better, and they lost for 5 straight years to the Celtics. And him being the guy who was all versatile, wouldn't play anything but guard. Yeah, that's right. The only thing he would play was a guy bringing up the ball. That's all that LeBron James wants to play because he wants the ball in his hands. That way he can dictate when he runs to the basket. You don't have to pass to anybody. And if he actually has to pass you the ball, he wants you to get that assist for him. Okay. So he wants to be in control of that. He wants to always have a double-double. He's going to score at least his 10, and he's going to be able to pass out at least 12 or something. Make him look good. That's versatility for you. When this big butt should have been down on the block, banging with the big boys when he was younger, and he wouldn't do it. So I was still talking about Cleveland. So then he went to Miami. And in Miami, he wins his first championship. Well, that's surprising. He had Dwayne Wade, he had Chris Bosh, and he had himself. 3 of the better players in the league. But who won it for him? Mario Chalmers. Because Mr. James disappeared down the end. It was Mario who had to pull in and go into his bag of tricks. Never got any credit for it because James got all the credit. And then when he won his second championship, guy who won it for him, Ray Allen bailed him out. Ray Allen, who they took from the Boston Celtics, had to make key clutch shots. He was the guy who LeBron gave the ball, or he had to get the ball in order to make the shots because LeBron was clanging them again. Sort of like what he did the other night when he went 1 for 8 from the 3-point line, but still holding up his hand like he was making the shot. Yeah, that was LeBron. And the fourth guy to win the championship for him was Anthony Davis, who had that monster game the other night, carried him. When LeBron, again, was 1 for 8. 7 for 24? Something like that? Clanging him. Now, do I deny that he's a great talent? No. But longevity has a lot to do with scoring. And having the ball in your hands all the time has a lot to do with scoring. Something nobody wants to add into this. LeBron doesn't have to pass the ball. He doesn't have to wait for the ball to come to him. He's holding the ball 90% of the time when he's in the game. Hello, everybody. You can't really call that. He's bringing the ball up and he's shooting it. And if they get a rebound, they better pass it back to him so he can shoot it again. That's really kind of like flipping the numbers. It's really hedging it a whole lot to call him a number 1 scorer because he's not a prolific scorer. He scores, but nobody's going to claim that he has the best jump shot they've ever seen. Nobody's going to say he has the best fadeaway they've ever seen. No one's going to say that he has the best hook shot. No one, you can't claim that with LeBron James. He doesn't have the best of anything, but he has the ball in his hands. And Mark Jackson. You said the great Mark Jackson? When did Mark Jackson get to be great? Mark Jackson was mediocre at best, even when he played for the Knicks, which was his best years. Then he played for the Indiana Pacers, and he wasn't good then. Reggie Miller carried that team. Mark Jackson's job was to bring that ball up and pass it to Reggie Miller or one of the guys that were on the team. That was his job. Mark Jackson's not great by any stretch of imagination. He gets a lot of credit, and I don't know why. Because he was not the coach when the Golden State started to win. That's right. He was not the guy. Steve Kerr was the guy. But they like to try to transfer to make him look good. Mark Jackson's one of the worst announcers I've ever had the mispleasure of listening to on the TV. You know why? He hates the Boston Celtics. Totally. Hated him when Kobe was with him. Called Kobe this and that, and then now it's LeBron James. Anybody but anybody else on the Boston Celtics, he doesn't acknowledge it. So Mark Jackson is just a perennial Boston hater, and he's not that great at all. Okay, what are we talking about? Boss of the NBA? He's not even close to being the best player. He doesn't play defense the majority of the time, and that's being generous. And versatility, here we are back to the versatility again. LeBron James will not do anything but bring the ball up. When he should be on the block, taking advantage of it, he doesn't have the moves. He's never gone down there and perfected his moves on the block. At most, he'll try to look for a foul down there, try to induce the guy to foul, because if you're asking him to finish around the rim, he's really not that good. And he doesn't jump as well as he used to. LeBron has not been versatile as most people would like to give him credit for. He's pretty one-dimensional. You take him off that ball, he probably will sulk and go home. Now it's your floor, Mr. James. Rebuttal, please.
We all have our opinions. And you gave yours, and I gave you some stats, and we got it. But you know what? We missed one game, the game the Celtics won.
Well, we're going to take care of that right now because we haven't missed it at all. I've been sitting right here, and I have it right here in my hands. My used to be formerly police hands, where I used to write reports and things of that sort. But now they're just looking at the palm tree hands.
You can pull down my brother's picture there.
Okay, I'll pull him down. Okay, no, you know what?
I didn't tell you that was my brother, right?
Woo! Well, Philadelphia had another game to play in Boston, and it was last night. And believe me, the tables were turned. Whereas they won by 4 points the first game, they lost by 34 points the second game. And believe me, it was not even that close. And to top it off, the man that the NBA crowned the most valuable player of the NBA played last night in that 34-point loss. So, just like they named Ben Simmons Rookie of the Year one year when they had Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum as the guys who should have been the ones considered, they gave it to Ben Simmons. They again will make faux pas like this and name a guy MVP of the league when he doesn't play, his team wins. And when he does play, his team loses. I think we can cut it right at that. But let's get into the game. We have Mr. P.J. Tucker, Leon, once again playing. 21 minutes. He was 2 for 3. He actually shot the ball this time where he didn't shoot this last time. And, well, he got 5 points. He was a minus 19 in the plus-minus column. Then you had Tobias Harris. He played 33 minutes. Was 7 for 12. He did his Tobias Harris thing. Was in there a little bit, was out a little bit. Really doesn't make much of a difference. He was minus 21 with his 16 points. Then you had Joel Embiid. Yes, Mr. Embiid. Played 27 minutes, 4 for 9. Had 15 points and was a minus 23 while he was out there on the floor. That was only beat by Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese is actually the smallest guy on the court, and we can understand it. He can't really play defense on anybody on the Celtics, so he's just out there to shoot. And he showed it. 30 minutes, 6 for 14, a minus 25 with 13 points. And James Harden, when he wasn't flopping on the floor like a fish, like a codfish, who was flopping off the water, looking for the Atlantic Ocean to get back into so he could swim away. Playing 32 minutes, he was 2 for 14. Yep, he followed up that big 40-something I think it was 43 points he scored. 46 points. He scored 46 points in the first game. He scored 12 points in the second game. 2 for 14, 0 for 6 from the 3-point line, and spent most of his time playing to the refs looking for a foul, jumping into people. That's the James Harden that I know. I'm sorry, Philadelphia fans. You've been getting clipped for a long time. First with, well, it was Ben Simmons. And then it was Markelle Fultz. And then now it's James Harden. They show glimpses of promise and then they just completely disappear right in front of your eyes. Terrible. I don't even know how much they scored off the bench, but it doesn't matter. Nobody scored over 10. They had 1, 2, 3, 4,
26
5,
points.
6, 7,
26
8,
points.
9.
Everybody played.
Everybody played. They had 10 players off the bench. And, how many points did they score?
26.
10 players. That's 2.6 points per player. Your payroll is much too high, Philadelphia, for this. Much too high. It's terrible. And the Boston Celtics. Mr. James, you want to handle the Celtics?
Mr. Tatum, he was in there for 19 minutes. He didn't do much last night. 1 of 7, 0 for 3 in a 3-point lane. He hit all kinds of foul shots. He was a plus 20 floor, but he only gave 7 points.
He played some defense.
He played defense. He just hit. He gotta rethink his plan because Embiid just clogged up that hole and all his,
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he ain't gonna get there.
So if you're not hitting your threes, Embiid will shut you down.
That's right.
One thing you got to do is continue to move the ball.
Gotta move the ball though, Tatum.
You got to bait him out a little more. All right, Al Horford, 24 minutes, 2 of 10 for 5 points. He played some decent
game. Yeah,
game.
2 for 10. Yeah,
good blocking, 2 blocks, so he did all right. Marcus Smart almost got a little injury, a little shoulder tweak going on. 27 minutes, 7 of 14 for a big 15 points. He did his job defensively. Derek White, 30 minutes.
Mr. Forehead.
5 of 9 shooting, 3 for 6 from the foul line. He hit all his foul shots. One thing about the Celtics, they hit their foul shots. That's the plus.
That's a plus right there.
Plus 23, gave him 15 points. And Jaylen Brown, the man of the night. He gave him 30 minutes, 9 of 17 shooting, 3 of 6 for 3-point land. He hit all his foul shots. He gave him 25 points. He was a plus 18. Let's see how
Jalen's coming to play.
He's
on that mask and getting busy.
He stepped his game up. And Mr. Malcolm Broderick, as usual, came off the bench, gave him 24 minutes, 7 of 15 for a big 23 points. My man Robert Williams was pretty quiet. I don't know what was going on with him last night. He didn't play defensively like he usually does. He was jumping either too soon or not jumping at all.
Well, the guy has a history of injuries.
Yeah, hopefully he's not hurt,
Yeah.
Grant Williams gave him 29 minutes, 4 of 8 shooting for a big 12 points. So they did well. They did enough to win the game, 121-87.
Now, you go figure this. Derek White had the best plus minus, the plus 23. And
23.
Grant Williams right behind him with a plus 22.
Oh, yeah.
So
Grant's picked up his game. He didn't play in the first series, right?
That's right. And Joe Mazzulla was right for sitting him down.
Well,
he lit a fire underneath him. Now he's playing better. He's not making stupid mistakes.
Right. That's key. And their turnover. What did they do for turnovers last night? They didn't do a lot of turnovers.
We got the turnovers here.
We have the turnovers?
I see 5. I see
6.
4 on the starters.
And 6. Total 6.
Yeah. Final 6. So that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Whereas Philadelphia made
11. 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty darn good. And that's what happened in the NBA. Now, going forward, tonight, we have Golden State against the Lakers.
Well, Golden State, if you're going to start winning, it'll be tonight.
We Golden State, do you think they got it in them to win?
I don't think so, but if they're going to win, like I said, tonight's the night.
I don't think they're going to win. Okay.
Going to be a sweep?
I don't think they're going to. Yeah, no, I think they might win one game.
That's what I said. Tonight's the night.
Yeah, this might be tonight because the way I'm looking at it is that, LeBron James knew he was going to have to get through Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lakers don't want to play Jokic, because he's going to eat Anthony Davis alive.
Oh yeah.
They got nothing for Jokic. I mean, DeAndre Ayton is getting plastered out there.
I don't know. We'll see if LA can get through the Warriors. I mean, the Warriors. If you're gonna play tonight's the night, man.
You
Tonight's
know
the night.
what? If they even try to come out there and get aggressive, I guarantee you Tristan Thompson's coming off that bench.
Slow it down.
Listen, they know what they go out there and they get people for a reason.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at happening. I'm looking at that. I'm thinking, well, it's gonna happen. It's only a matter of time before Draymond Green starts feeling frisky and doing some things that it's gonna piss the Lakers, piss the what is it, the king? That's what they call him. Piss the king off, and he's gonna motion to the bench to bring Tristan Thompson in to neutralize Draymond Green.
We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. Thank you everybody for showing up. What is it? Yeah, we didn't do too bad today. May 4th. It is May 4th, 2023, year of our Lord Jesus Christ. Here at the Amazing Grace Sports Network. It is so sunshine out here. I don't know what to do. So much sunshine.
Go up to Skillets and have some breakfast.
It's too late for that. I'm a guy who gets up early. I've been up since 5 this morning, and
Oh, jeez.
I have my coffee. I'm ready to go, baby. I got, there's some things we got to do anyway. We got to get the stuff done around here and expand. So we're working on that expansion. We don't have time to get breakfast right now. So my prediction tonight is I'm taking the Lakers.
Yeah. I have to be the African. I'm going with the Warriors because if they're gonna win, it got to be tonight.
All right. Well, it's always better when me and you on the opposite side. That I'm taking one and you're taking one.
Yeah.
At least we have some vested interest in it. Your boys, the Knicks, are in there, but I think we both hate the Heat. So but here's the surprising thing: Jimmy Butler didn't play, and the Heat still almost won.
Yeah. And it's going to be day to day with Butler, I'm sure, because like I said, he rolled that ankle pretty good.
So it's a dogfight with Miami, and we hate to say this, but they're coaching, and the way they approach the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a chess game in the playoffs, It's
Tyler Hero's gone. Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler's out. I mean, your two main scorers, and you only lose by 4.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Unbelievable. I can't stand them, but I got to give it to them. That organization is really built upon excellence, and they get the most out of their players. Caleb Martin was always an offensive player when I saw him with the Bobcats, and that's what I expected. Then I noticed this year he only got to shoot the ball 5 or 6 times. They had him playing defense. So Pat Riley and that organization will have you, whether you're Victor Oladipo, Jimmy Butler, or Kevin Love, you better play defense first. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we'll see. I had fans out. I mean, like I said, it's down to the coaching, do some real adjustments, and see what you get.
Well, I think we got to put some music on. I think I out-talked the music. That's what happened. You were supposed to tell me, hey, come on, kill it.
You never turned it off. Well, you turned it off. It's all good.
No, I don't think I turned it. I think I out-talked it.
You all talked. It went down right on time.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Let's get out of here on that. How about that? We got a little something going?
There you go.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of it while we still have a good chance of getting out of it on top. The way we look like. I'm taking the Lakers tonight, much to my distress, and he's taking the Golden State Warriors. We'll see what happens. Are there any more games tonight?
No, that's it.
That's it. We will see you. We might even do a special edition on Saturday. We don't know, but we'll give you a shot, Saturday or Sunday. But we will see you soon, and we'll talk to you then. and we'll know whose prediction is right. I'm taking the Celtics for the next 2 games in Philadelphia. Going with that.
Woo!
I'm feeling bold.
Yeah, I'm taking them with 1.
Both games. There might be a closeout. They might not even make it back.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
they're still playing 2-2. Then they'll make it back to finish out the last game on Philadelphia and the so-called MVP of the league.
All right. All right, man. It's been great. I've been regular.
All right, hot and heavy. That's how we do it. Well, listen, everybody, we will talk to you. Scheduled on Tuesday, maybe on Saturday. We will let you know. If we do a special edition on Saturday, we will let you know. All right?
All right.
Anything in closing you have to say?
Be real. Be real. Say what's on your mind. Say what's on your heart, and just be real.
Be real and believe in passion, spirituality, prayer, and unity. Goodbye, everybody.
And united we stand, divided we fall. There we go.
And please pick up the trash around your house.
Oh, there you go. And don't throw it out your window when you're driving.
Don't throw it out the window as you're driving by.
Oh, my God.
Please pick up after yourself. Please be responsible.
Do you know that's an arrestable offense?
Yeah. Well, no. Littering is not arrestable.
Yes, it is. You throw the window. If you throw it out the window and you're told to pick it up by a law enforcement officer and you refuse, it is arrestable.
Yeah, if you don't, it is arrestable. It is arrestable. But it shouldn't have to be. You should have enough. Anyway, we're out of here. We will talk to you later. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, take care.